Hey everyone.
Hey y'all.
Hi.
Give everybody a few minutes to get in here because this was kind of a last minute deal. Hang on 1 second. Yes. But I've got to
I
fix
thought that they
something.
couldn't see us.
No, they can still hear you too.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just gotta fix something real quick.
Yeah, we weren't even sure we were going to get to make it tonight since we've been at the fair all week, but we decided to go ahead and hop on here for just a little bit.
Yes.
Because the girls want to tell you all about how things went in just a few minutes.
Yes.
We'll let a few more people hop on before we start talking about it.
Yeah, because we said the other night we weren't sure if we were going to, and then we didn't post it very early, so a few people may miss out because it's going to be a pretty short live.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had a busy week that was long, and so probably about 30 minutes or so. We'll see how it goes. But
Yeah.
All right, well, some people are starting to hop on now, so
There's Catherine, said good evening in Philadelphia. One Scott said hi, Kevin, Kimberly, Abby, and Izzy.
Hi. Hi.
hey there.
And Patty said good evening, everyone.
Hi. Hi.
Jennifer said howdy, y'all.
Hi.
Lolene said hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hey there.
Neil said, hey guys, I'm in desperate need of my Abiness Smile therapy tonight. I've just had a 1.5 hour argument with a PDF form that didn't like me filling it in. That is never fun.
No.
Diane said hello from Ohio.
Hey, Diane.
Hey.
Tina said, hey, Kevin, Kimberly, Abby, and Izzy.
Hi.
Nancy said hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Jacob Jones said evening, Kevin, Kim, Abby, and Izzy. Surprised you were live.
Us too.
Just so happened it worked out tonight.
Yep, we've had super long nights every night or every day this week, and it just so happened that we had a little break earlier. We were able to come home, get a lot of stuff taken care of. Had to go back up, take care of the animals. Girls watched one of their friends' show, and then made it back home in time. Got supper or ate supper and had time to get on here.
Yep. There's Cowboy Short said hi, Abby and Izzy.
Hi.
Susan said hello from Maine.
Hey there.
Hi.
There's Peggy. Loma said internet is an issue there.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Jennifer said can't wait to hear all about the fair. Debbie said hi from Kansas City.
Hey there.
And there's Carol said good evening from Wisconsin. Jacob said wonder how Nick and Zoe made out with the hurricane.
Yeah, I don't think it was that bad over there.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm trying to think.
Diane said, just got done tearing down and I load 8 a.m. in the morning at Wayne County Fairgrounds in Ohio.
Oh, wow.
Lynn said hello from Virginia Beach.
Hey there.
Cowboy Short said, and Kevin and Kimberly.
Yep. We're here too.
Jessica said that Lindley said hey, but they were having some internet stuff going on too. They couldn't comment. They can watch, but they can't comment. So
Okay.
Let's see. Kathy said good evening to another Thursday with the wonderful Grounds family. Hello, and thanks. Lenny said, hey there, Grounds family. Not yet. Connie said, hi, Kevin, Kimberly, and pretty girls. Can't wait to hear about your fair experience.
Where are you at?
Connie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. I got out of order.
Meg said, hi, beautiful family.
Hey there.
Hi.
Loma said, hi, Kevin and Kimberly. Hi, Abby and Izzy. Getting tongue-tied.
Yep.
Tim said, good evening from Northeast Oklahoma. What building will the homesteading conference be in?
It's the modern living or something like that. Hang on, let me look.
Emil thanks you for the smiles, Dr. Abby.
Welcome.
Yeah, it's the modern living building.
Eric said, happy wet Thursday from Pensacola.
Yep, it was a wet day here too.
Really
No
thankful.
storms, but just a long, steady rain. I don't think it's actually rained all that much,
Mm-mm.
but it's just been steady all day. So the ground's been loving it.
Yeah. Tim said, show me the magical hearts.
There you go.
Izzy? Can you make some?
You tired, babe?
Mm-hmm.
They've had to get up really early.
Yes, every morning.
Kathy asked if y'all were tired from all the busyness.
Yeah.
We all are.
Mm-hmm. Vicky said, good evening, Grounds family from Michigan.
Hey there, Vicky.
And then there's Susan.
Yep, there's Susan.
Eric said they escaped most of the damage from the storm. They just got a torrential rain.
Yeah, like I said, there's a steady band going across us, but it's not been bad at all. It's just been slow and steady and
Mm-hmm.
a little bit of wind, and it cooled off, but it's not bad.
It's been a
Yeah.
good day today.
Mm-hmm.
Tina said, how are the kittens doing?
Doing great.
Yep.
Tiny.
Venturing out a little bit more every day, it seems like.
And then one day I couldn't find one.
Shelly said, hello, everyone. Cog Hill's getting a lot of wind.
Yeah, they're over in that same area.
Yeah. John said, candy canes are better than hurricanes.
Yes, they are. There's Momo.
Yep.
Mama.
Neil said, did Abby shrink in the wash?
No, I'm just not sitting on my knees.
Yeah, she's normally sitting on her knees, and she's kind of slumped down.
Lynn said, I finally got an aid that started today.
Oh, wow.
Carol said, our local county fair was over on Labor Day.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Granddad said, hi, all from across the pasture.
The
Hi.
house is just across the pasture.
All right.
One Scott said, did you all see the Walker's baby donkey? So darn cute.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Hit the like button, Loma said.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
There's Aunt Tony said, hi, y'all.
Hey there.
There's 58 people on here.
Mm-hmm. Lori said, good evening, Kevin, Kimberly, Abby, and Izzy. Gail said, hey, friends, can't wait to meet you wonderful folks. The girls look tired tonight.
Yes. Yeah, we have, let's see, we've been down there between 6 and 6:30 every morning, and one night we got home, it was a little after 10:30.
Mm-hmm.
Last night it was 9:30, between 9:30 and
But we
10.
hadn't even eaten supper.
Yeah.
So.
And then today, like I said, they showed all morning. They were there again. We were there again at 6:30 this morning. Showed all morning, and then came home around 12:30. No, it was 1:30.
Mm-hmm.
Came home at 1:30, and then went back down there at 5:30
We're
Yeah.
just
to
there and
watch
back
another
and there
show.
and back and there and back.
And then while we were here, we did chores. We had to get everything taken care of. It was raining, wind was blowing,
Yeah.
kind of cool,
And I was
miserable.
And I was cleaning out the car to get rid of some of the
Animal smell.
animal smell and everything. I mean, shavings and you name it, it was in it. Let's see. Ed said, I'm here on the phone with an Eddie. Carol said they need the rain there too.
Yes, I think everywhere does. And we need a lot more than what we got, but it needs to be slow and steady, because if it came a hard rain, it'd all just run off.
Mm-hmm. Living Life Loving said, oops, I am tardy. I was watching Miss Stephanie.
That's okay.
Mm-hmm. Tim asked if you're going to get any rain from the hurricane.
Do what? Yes, we got some.
Mm-hmm.
Carol said no Eddie's in the chat. No, they're working on a project.
Yeah. Jacob said, "What's for dinner tonight?"
We had hamburger patties and chips.
Chips and dip. Nice and easy.
Yes.
And good, yes.
Yes.
And Tina said, "Everyone, don't forget to hit the thumbs up."
How many people like that? I can't tell.
I don't know. I'd have to look over here.
Kathy said, "Thank you, Abby and Izzy. We love you all too."
40.
Living Life Loving said, "I always packed food for tailgate meals when we went to fairs when my girls were little." Carol sent hearts for Izzy and Abby. Living Life Loving said, "It's been raining a bit every day for about a week now."
Yeah.
That's good.
Meg said, "We've been having a lot of wind lately. Still have tree branches in my yard to clean up, but it was too windy and chilly tonight to do it."
Yeah. Like I said, it was pretty cool earlier. And part of it's because we got wet. Because
Mhm.
after the rain stopped and we got cleaned up,
Yeah.
we went back down there. It wasn't too bad. But while we were out doing chores in the rain, it was pretty cold after we got wet.
All
Okay.
right.
So, fair
let's-
time.
So let's start by talking about yesterday. Yesterday was chicken.
Chicken day.
and chicken. It was showmanship.
So, what all did you show? What kind of chickens did y'all show?
Hannah Brown.
Her poultry. They each showed 3 poultry chain chickens, and they actually they were in showmanship for their chickens as well, and that meant that they had to get one out of the cage and walk up there to the judge, talk to him. He asked him a bunch of questions about the bird, about them, and then they went and put it back. And I got to record a little bit of that. I don't know how well I haven't played it back to see how well you can hear it, but they both did phenomenal because I could hear what they were saying and what he was asking, and they did great. And even when they didn't know the answer to something, they did really good.
Yes.
Filling that in, especially since we've never done this before. Didn't really know exactly what he was going to ask because they say it varies every year from judge to judge, but they did great.
But they did tell us, because we swapped 4-H groups right here, I don't know, a month and a half, I guess a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And so the other one didn't have a whole lot of information flowing through it. There was supposed to be a lot more going on that wasn't, so we didn't know. The new group's been great, really helpful, but we didn't realize evidently there's a sheet out there somewhere that kind of tells what the judge goes over for that. And we didn't have that, didn't even know it existed, so we had no way to prepare. But luckily, one of the other people, they gave a quick rundown before whenever they realized we didn't know, and the girls learned as much as they could in about 5 minutes before they went up there.
And that they did exceptionally well. I mean, Abby, he asked her parts of her bird, and she was able to name like 5 or 6 of them. And I thought that was pretty good, especially for kind of doing it on the fly.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we have chickens here, but we don't sit there and study about the parts of the chicken.
Yeah, we don't do the anatomy of a chicken.
But they did really well.
We know the feed goes in one end, the eggs come out the other.
So, what did y'all get? What'd y'all get on the chickens?
Ribbons.
What kind of ribbons? Third
place.
Yep.
Third place.
Third place ribbons.
People.
Yep.
Out of 100 people.
Yep. So that was pretty good.
Which, like, the way the class were, I mean, there were multiple people that got third place
Yeah.
ribbons, but there were, I mean, it's
different classes.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, the way they did the different classes, but they both got third on theirs.
Yeah.
Pee-wee, junior, and senior.
Yes.
And I'm in junior.
Yeah, and Izzy's in Pee-wee.
Yes, so that's why.
Because of your age. It's just all by age.
Yes.
Okay, and so we did that, and then
those chickens will stay there.
Yes.
They will actually, part of the deal with the poultry chain was they auction off. You have to give 3 chickens each batch you buy to go toward, for them to auction off at the end of the fair to put money back into the 4-H program or the fair program, whatever it is, maybe junior livestock.
Yeah.
Whatever. So they will auction those off and put those, put that money back towards that.
Mm-hmm. What
we
else
talk about last night?
Yeah, last night.
Do you want to talk about last night?
What was last night?
Scramble.
Scramble.
Oh my goodness. Don't want to.
You don't want to?
You can.
Okay.
So every year at the fair, they have what they call scrambles, which is for kids to sign up for, and depending on their age the age determines what all they can chase, because they put certain animals out in the ring, and all the kids in that age group that are signed up for get to go and try
Chase it.
to scramble and go catch one of those animals.
Scramble, yeah.
So they do chickens, pigs, lambs, and calves.
Mhm.
And for the calves, you have to be 9
years old.
And I'm 10.
We did not let Abby do it last year because we heard that the calves were crazy,
And
and they were very big too last year.
Oh,
And she wasn't sure, but this year what we do is we go ahead and let her sign up for everything, and then we just look at the animal and determine and talk to people.
And that's how she showed the pig
Yes.
this year. Is last year she caught a pig in the scramble, and so
Yeah.
if you catch a pig in the scramble, you don't get that
Yeah.
one, but they give you a market animal the next year in time for you to raise it for the fair.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the conditions, if you catch, you have to show that, or you have to give the animal back.
Yeah.
And so that's why we did pigs this year, because she caught one last year, and then Izzy wanted to show one too, so we got another one.
Yeah.
So
we didn't catch any chickens.
no chicken. She was close. She
Yeah.
was trying to catch a naked neck rooster. Ugliest thing I've ever seen.
Cutest thing ever. I've
He
never
was
seen
ugly.
him like
Cute.
that.
Ugly.
It was so cute. I love him so much.
He was so ugly. He came so close multiple times.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, I hope she
She
doesn't catch that old
was
rooster.
covered in dust because
Oh my
she
God.
was like
Diving. after.
diving, like she was going after, home plate or something. I mean,
I love that.
the dives were pretty impressive.
Yes.
And if you can see my video for the dust, then you might be able to see it. But
There was more dust in that arena than when they do a rodeo. I
Yeah.
mean, it's all those kids around. It was just a haze.
It was kind of funny.
Yeah.
The pigs were teeny tiny, and they were
like fresh. I bet they were like
yeah
6 weeks old.
they didn't
Maybe
even
even less.
they
than
didn't
that.
even run. They just sat there. Like some years they'll be running all over. Like last
Yes.
year when she caught that, I mean, she had chased that thing all around the place.
But-
This time they just stood there. So the first person to them got
So the first one to get to them got, and plus they were so small. It's not like, I mean, they oiled them up, but they're so small. Like
Yeah.
it's not like they could work themselves free. So
yeah.
whoever got there first got them. So that wasn't
And that how it's happened with the lambs too.
much of a
Yeah,
chase.
the lambs
Yes.
were the exact same way.
Lambs were the same.
They're
way.
so
They-
docile.
I really wanted a lamb, but I didn't
Yeah.
catch it.
But the thing was with the lambs, you don't get to keep those lambs
No.
either. They would give you
I
a
know.
market lamb in the spring
I know.
to raise. But yeah, the lambs just stood there. So the first one to get there, they got those two.
Mm-hmm.
So those were not that entertaining. When you got to the calves, completely different story. So the calves, I don't know, they were probably 400 pounds. I mean, they
Yeah.
were decent sized calves, but they said they were relatively calm in the back. So we were like, okay. And she was a little nervous. Abby was. Izzy was really wanting to get
Yeah.
out there. She just wasn't old enough. She's like, just tell them I'm 9. I was like, they know how old you are.
Mhm.
You're at ages on everything else. You competed in Pee Wee on everything. There's
Yeah.
no way that in this town where everybody knows this, they're going to believe that you're 9. So Abby was kind of nervous, but I told her, I was like, just go out there. I was like, if it's too crazy, I was like, just don't chase it. I was like, just get out of the way, and all the other kids will be chasing. That's fine. Well, as soon as they said go, Abby was right in the middle of it. She took off
Yeah.
running. I mean, she was trying her best, cutting in front and everything. Well, finally, the calf got worked up from all these kids chasing it. Well, it started bawling.
Yeah.
Well, it busted through the kids going around, and the next thing you know, it's running towards Abby. It's not really after
Yeah.
her. It's just trying to get away from the other kids, but it's bawling. Well, it scared her because she thinks this calf is going to kill me. is what-
Yes.
So next thing I know, she's scaling the fence on the other side like a spider monkey. And I'm just like, oh, man. But I was so proud that she actually went out there because she's kind of leery of cows sometimes that she doesn't know. And so the fact that she went out there and actually got in there and started chasing at first, I was good. But luckily,
Some friends of ours.
some friends of ours got her off the fence, and I ran around to the other side and got her. And I mean, she was like terrified. She was just
Shaking.
shaking. She was so terrified. And then her best little friend ran over there too from the 4-H that shows with her too. Ran to check on her as well. And so I got her, and she was just shaking, and she was just like, no. She was like, it was trying to get me. I was like, no, it was trying to get away from those kids. And everybody came around and was talking about telling her how brave she was.
She was.
I mean, you got to think, she's 52 pounds or something like that, and this calf is
At the most.
400.
And
So
this
there's
same calf.
there's tons of other people that were teenagers and stuff a lot bigger kept coming up to her and telling her how brave she was. She was embarrassed at first. I was like, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. I was like, there's no way that you could have held that calf even if you'd have caught it. So it's best that you didn't. So I was like, there's all these other people who weren't even willing to go out there and try. And the fact that you got out there, that I was like, I was proud of you for that. And so there was a bunch of teenager stuff kept kind of like, we were too scared to go out there and just talk about how brave she was. Then you go ahead and tell the kid that actually caught it.
Well, before the kid caught it, I guess right before she scaled the fence, the thing, or was it right before or right after?
It was after.
Well, the thing busted through one of the gates, so they had to go grab it really quick and bring it back out into the arena. But then the kid that caught it, I mean,
there was another one first that got a hold of it, pretty much like bear hugging its neck, and I mean, it's just
dragging it all over the place.
And what's funny is this week is our battle of the county in school football.
Yeah.
And so it's a big rivalry thing. Well, this kid's mom had just told him before, she's like, you've got a football game tomorrow. She got, don't get hurt. And he's out there and he's like, got this thing wrestling this cow. And I went up and told her, I was like, because he finally let go. I was like, he's probably running through his head. Mom said not to get hurt, so he turned it loose.
The kid that caught it, though, he's maybe 6 inches taller than Abby. And he's really not that big of a kid, but I guess he just wore it out because, I mean...
he was probably 140, 150 pounds.
That's true.
And he got it roped, and this thing drug him across the arena. But he held on to the rope, and finally...
He just outlasted.
Yeah, it wore out enough. He was able to get up there and got it down and got the halter. Because they give you a rope with a loop on it, and you have to make a halter out of it. And once you get them haltered and have them under control... it's then yours.
Yeah.
And you get to take it home and you get to show it the next year.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, whenever it drug him, I told Abby, I was like, I am so glad you did not get that thing roped or anything. Because I was like, it would have drugged you all over the place.
No, I could have just hopped on it.
Yeah. She's like, I could have rode it. I was like, I don't think that counts.
And yes, Lilene, I did get a video of her scaling the fence.
It's so dusty, it's kind of hard to see. So the quality's not going to be that great, but you can see. So we'll see if we can zoom in.
I was shaking.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, so that was that. And then after that, we had to go wash the show pigs.
Yeah.
Which turned out to be a fiasco because it was dark.
Yeah.
On
neither one of them caught anything during the scrambles.
No.
Izzy chased everything, but like I said, since they didn't run, it just wasn't really a thing. Now the chickens, she got pretty close on a couple of chickens.
I just wanted the rooster so bad. I love them.
But yeah, then after that, it was time to go wash the show pigs.
Yes. Oh, she can't help it, baby. She's trying to.
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
Is your leg stuck?
Do you need to scoot over here toward me more?
You just about need a bench.
Yeah. Yeah. So we had to go wash the show pigs. And the washing area doesn't have like an actual gate. They just have a panel that goes across. And the area, I mean, it's like concrete walls.
Yes.
But they're
cinder
only
blocks that are probably 3.5 foot tall.
Yeah, I was gonna say not even 4 feet tall. And it's dark. There's not a light right there. And you just you have to walk them from their stall over to that area. And then they have boards where you can corner them if you need to be able to wash them better and all that. We try not to use the boards on ours just because, at least at first, because they're not used to that and they don't like being cornered and they do better just getting their ears scratched or something and just going with it.
Lulu loves right here being scratched so much.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever I start brushing her, just fell asleep.
And since she had a little bit of a sunburn, that dry skin had kind of flaked a little bit. So we had some
we actually had some
soap.
pumice goat milk soap that was like
super moisturizing,
like handmade here that we get for ourselves. And I was like, I bet you since that takes the dirt and grime off my hands I was like, I guarantee that'll pull out.
They
look beautiful.
The pigs loved it. Well, Lulu especially. Lily got a little feisty there for a little bit, but she did all right. And we had to kind of wrangle her because she likes to jump. So she was trying to jump out of the
Yes.
bathing area. And then I wasn't gonna get in there. But then they just kept running all over the place, and Kevin was trying to keep them back too and help them. And I was like, let me just get in there and help scrub. But then he finally had to push me back because he's like, you don't need to get hurt.
Yes.
So I just took the water hose and sprayed them off after that. And then we got them back in their pens. And what was that? What's that stuff called? That
I don't know. It's like
Swine.
swine conditioner or something other. I don't know.
They're so shiny.
It's
Yeah.
really good for their skin. It moisturizes and makes them really shiny.
Yeah. So we sprayed some of that on, and we just let it sit last night because we didn't brush it in or anything like that.
No.
And then after that, we came home and they started getting baths, and he was like, we haven't eaten supper. And I was like, oh, no, we haven't, have we? So we got some quick supper and went to bed.
Yes.
Or, well, I say that. They went to bed, and we stayed up for a little bit.
Yeah, because you had to get their outfits and stuff ready for
I had to
today.
iron all their stuff and make sure everything was together, because when I'm getting up at 5:30 in the morning, I've got to have everything laid out that way I don't forget something, because that's my worst fear, is that I'm going to forget something, especially that they're going to need.
Yeah.
So he got there at, what time did you get there this morning to feed the pigs?
6:30.
Okay, 6:30. We got there about 6:45 because we were fixing hair, making sure we looked cute.
What we've realized is if the pigs are fed, that they're a little more lazy, and so you don't have to worry about them running off, because on weigh-in night, there's a few people's pigs who like took off and ran all over the place, and luckily theirs did really well. I mean, they worked with them a lot, but they didn't get shook up with all the people and stuff, and they just the other people were having to use boards to get theirs there, and they just walked theirs over there with their little whips, and they got right on the scale. Didn't have to use the board till they were stepping up on the metal scale, because that kind of I guess made them nervous, but they went right up there. But so that's the reason I wanted to get there early, because I was like, they were showing the first thing to show this morning, supposed to start at 8:00. So I was like, they usually take about an hour to eat, and so I got there at 6:30, got them fed. That way, by the time it was time to show, they could get them brushed and cleaned up, and then they would be fed and full and kind of lazy like.
And so the pigs, they break it down by weight and then also by breed in some parts of it. But as far as weights, Lily weighed 168 and Lulu weighed, was it 223? 223. So we've never done this before, obviously. So we didn't know, if it was all by age or what. And then they started explaining to us about how it was broken down. But the first show was in, what was the first one that they?
Market class.
Market class. And they both did really good, kept their composure, even when their pig might have gotten a little away from them or something. Kept their eye on the prize, and they kept them away from the other animals. And because she had 4 in her group? 4. Izzy had 4 in her group. Abby had 3.
And then one time, there was one pig that it kept on trying to fight the other pig.
Yeah, there was.
Lulu and.
How about the age difference though?
On
the kids?
Oh no.
Yeah, because since they break it down by weight, like Izzy is 6, and she's going against a kid that was 14 or 15.
Yeah.
Been showing for years. So since it's by weight, it's kind of like, I mean, you never know what the skill level is going to be of the people, because it's all by weight.
Yep. But let's see, there was one class that was in front of them by the weight, and then Izzy was up. I mean, because those two went in, they did their little walk-arounds. The judge looked at them. He awarded their winner, and then Izzy's group went in. She did great. Then there was another one in between before Abby's hit, and then she got in the ring and did really great. They didn't win anything in market.
No.
Or wait.
That's where she got her
Abby got
place.
second place. Sorry.
Yeah.
I got reserved.
It's been too long.
Hey.
What?
So yeah.
She got second place in market. So then, since they had gilts, which are females, they got to do the commercial breeder category also. And so with that, like Abby had a light cross gilt and Izzy had a dark cross. So that split them up in different categories there.
Which I thought was good.
Yes. But Izzy's was first, right?
Yes. Dark
so
cross.
yeah, Izzy got second in the dark crosses.
Yes.
So she had the second best. There was 5 or 6, and that wasn't it.
Yeah.
I don't know. There was multiple.
It may have been 6.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's the exact same pig, but they're looking for different qualities, whether it's market versus a breeder gilt. And so hers had the qualities of the breeder, not the market, and so that's the reason that she got second in that. And then Abby went around and got first place in the light crosses, so that all the first places got to go in at the end and do like the and got to do like the championship to see the best overall. And Abby came in second and is the reserved grand champion commercial gilt. So she had the second best female breeder pig of the bunch.
I think Lulu is the best pig ever.
And some of those were registered pigs she was going up against too.
Yeah, that's why it was awesome. And the funniest part was that she didn't even realize when she won. She didn't realize either time, I don't think, initially that she had won. Because when she won grand champion in her class of the light crosses, she was just walking around, and then he was pointing her out, and then hers was the winner and everything.
She should have 2 ribbons because they kept her out. Even though she was second place, they kept her out for the last, and she got second again.
I'll talk to them tomorrow about that.
Okay, sorry.
But she was just walking Lulu around. She was just focused, and she was looking at the judge, but she didn't realize that he was talking about her.
Yeah.
And then the one who was announcing everything got on there and said that Abigail Grounds was the grand champion. It still didn't process. And I was like, and she was like, "What?" And I was like, "You won! You won!"
Second point.
Yeah, and then she wound up getting the reserve overall. So that was amazing. And then little Miss here, she paid attention, and she actually
and what I was talking about there is they had a shortage on ribbons or something, but we were just thinking second place, but she got second place in that, but then they brought her out. Remember they had the two first places of the, because it was different weight classes for the dark cross. Because it was, and so what is like the first place to get the overall, they take the first place. There's only 2, and he actually liked her pig better than one of the other first place. So instead of awarding the other one a second place, he kept hers out with hers. So there's 2 first place pigs and her second place pig, and she got second place out of those, between those 2. So it was kind of confusing the way to do it, especially since it's the first time we did it. But that's what I was talking about. They had a shortage of ribbons, but I got to think at first I was just thinking second place, but she had 2 because she was second place in the dark crosses, and then whenever they brought out the
was she second place in dark crosses?
That's what they kept her out there for.
I mean, what was she? Because there was one thing that was market that she didn't place. Okay, so second place in those, and then.
But remember whenever they brought out the big pig, and then the girl that actually won.
Yeah.
And they kept hers out.
I know they got it all marked down somewhere. Yeah. So I'll talk to her.
But they kept hers out as the second place, and then gave it. I don't know what the champion was though. Hang on a second. I'll look and see if I can tell from this picture.
I probably have it on video too.
Yeah.
Because I recorded everything while they were in the ring. Even when he was making his determination, whenever we weren't, even when they didn't win on like market and stuff, I kept it rolling that way in case a surprise hit. I knew.
Been on like 34 minutes.
So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, they both did really, really well, and they got lots of compliments on how well they showed, especially for being first time first time showers. They're really, really
I'm
great.
so scared of this cat. I don't know what to say.
I'm gonna try to go back up here while you're doing that.
There's 100 people on here.
Okay, so I'm not really sure. We're gonna have to go back and watch that because it doesn't make sense because that one was not. That one was a. Okay, no, okay, yeah, they did have his dark cross, but it was a January. So that was over the dark crosses. She got second out of all the. She got second in her weight class, and then she got second overall of the dark crosses
Okay.
because they had to bring in the big pig that
Okay.
weighed like 100 pounds more than
Yeah.
you. Yeah. Whenever they kept you out and made all the other dark crosses get out, and we thought, well, we brought Lily out and had to take her back because you were second place.
Yeah.
But then he's like, no, I want her in here. Yeah, because the judge told you to keep her in
to
there.
keep her in
Because
there.
we were trying to get her to come out because she was second place, and it was.
Yeah, because I
But
thought
the reason was because he liked hers better than the others. So.
Yeah, because I thought that she was supposed to go out too. Because the guy who was working the gate was like, so she needs to come out. She needs to come out. And then so I was trying to holler at her, and the judge is like, no, she needs to stay. I want her to stay. I was like, oh, okay, stay. And she just.
So it should be 2 seconds because
Okay.
she got of her class, a weight class, and also the overall dark crosses.
Okay.
The first time she was trying to dig in the shavings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had a few that didn't want to do anything while they were in there.
Yep.
I had to keep them going.
I don't even know where we're at.
I don't know. Let's just try to skim through these and see and get caught up because we're way behind.
There's Satin and Patsy and Carolyn Lancaster. Oh, Dean's in here too.
Let's see. You don't use your phone.
I was trying to make sure I knew where I was. Let's see.
Oh goodness, I don't know if we'll be able to catch up all these.
Ed said that'll be fun to see. There's Isabel. Hey there.
Kathy Wypal said that's a great experience for those girls.
Yes.
A lot of people said good job.
Yeah. Michael Ray said hi. How are y'all doing tonight? Neil said parts of a bird, the pointy end and the poopy end. Let's see. Yep. Congrats. Circle and Staples.
Hey there.
Shelly said she got her goat from a 4-H auction 13 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Do you like your goat?
Neil said he's proud of y'all. There's Edward.
Hey there, Edward.
Hi.
Jacob asked how the pigs did, but we got into that.
Neil said chicken catching should be an Olympic event.
Yeah.
Neck and
Definitely.
neck burster.
Neil said pigs are giant sausages with legs.
No.
Don't
forget their hair.
Kay said hello guys, hi sweeties. And there's Emily from North Carolina. And Helen's here. Oh, Neil said there was a new superhero, Spider Abby. They're talking about your climbing. They're talking about your climbing skills. Carolyn said apparently Abby has climbing skills, trees and walls.
And someone said that the naked necks are Turkins, but it's the same breed.
Yeah, okay. Old Pecan is here. Said, hey y'all.
Hey there.
The story that you came in on was the scrambles.
Where you at?
On their comments.
Who?
Old Pecans.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to get caught up over here and see. Because I couldn't on there.
Susie said, hi, Kevin and Kim and the girls. Kathy said, next time just jump on the back of the calf.
Yeah. That's what it would have taken.
And no, they do not have school tomorrow. They're going to sleep in tomorrow a little bit.
Yes. Yeah, because they have to go back for another thing at noon. Because the way being in a small town, which we homeschooling have even the kids in school that are in the 4-H program, they're excused from school all week.
Yes.
For this, so it's the legislature put it in that it's part of the educational program, so it counts as excused absences, and they can't be penalized anyway for attending 4-H events, even in a public school. Rodeo queens.
Yeah. Jacob said, "Bet Abby and Izzy will sleep good tonight."
Yes. Susan said, "Izzy's fighting sleep." Yep. Show shine. Yes, that's basically what it is. But like I said, that tracks like the purple stuff or pink.
Yeah, we in between events we sprayed them down a little bit more and took that brush in there and brushed all the shavings off of them and then booted them back out the door.
Edward, I think you were here whenever we were talking about the pigs.
You want to go to bed?
Neil said fixing hair. Was the hair broken? No, it's just wild after they sleep.
You can go lay in bed and I'll be right there. So we won't be on much longer.
Tim said that Hope was trying to catch a peacock.
Oh my goodness.
I want to make a rooster.
I know.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm going to go back to.
You are too? Abby would win first place in smiles.
Yeah, and coming.
So did you have fun?
Living Life Loving to train like you're at the show. We can do that, except for at home we can't account for all the teenage boys with the boards that are crowding the pigs and all the people around, because we just don't have a whole lot of people around us. But they actually, I mean, I built a similar to a ring, not quite as, I mean, not near as big as what the ring is, but for them to practice in.
It worked great.
But that was the biggest problem, because like I said, once they got out in the ring, they were fine. It's just that, and the night before, but like I said, they had a bunch of teenage boys. You could tell that a lot of those had not been around pigs, because one of them kept swinging a gate in front of them and they were jumping in front. It was just, it was a headache. I know they were trying to help, but part of the time they were more of a hindrance.
We had to wind up telling them what to do or where to move their boards or whatever, just to, because especially Lulu was really skittish about the boards.
Yeah.
She would see a board and she would back up.
Yeah.
And which, I mean, is technically what they're supposed to do. But I mean, even if it was anywhere in her line of sight,
but if everybody just get out of the way, she'd go right where she needed to go.
Yeah, because she's really honestly super easy. They both are.
But yeah, but it was the FFA kids, and so like I said, and it may be some that are wanting to get some experience. That's why they're there. But like I said, they worked really hard, but Lulu just wasn't having it. Let's see. Oh yeah, the girls had lots of fun. They kept talking about how fun it was, because like I said, they were excited and having fun in the round, but they didn't win anything. So it's been a good week. Tiring, but good. Neil, yes, I did. It's just been so crazy I haven't had a chance to reply back.
I didn't expect them to both jump ship.
Yeah. Ed said train the pig to jump on a pallet, walk in circles, and stop, smile at the judge.
Well, Izzy told me that she wanted to train. She didn't realize, I guess, that you could only show them for a year. But she wanted to train Lily to jump over obstacles and to do a flip or something.
Good night, Cowboy Short, if you're still here. Probably not. That's been a while. Yep. They're going to sleep in.
Yes.
And yes, we'll have a video. It's going to be a little while of, it's probably going to be pretty choppy of just the events and stuff they had, but we'll have videos of their fair time for sure.
Yeah. Because I recorded everything that I was able to record, which, I mean, as long as I wasn't immediately involved in it, then I was able to record it. So that's the big, like the part of the bathing I was able to get a video of, but then when I jumped in there and started helping, I didn't have a tripod. So we weren't able to do that, which it was really dark too. So
yeah, our tripod broke.
Yeah.
And I ordered another one and it was supposed to be here today, but somehow it showed it arrived at the post office, but it didn't make it in the mail vehicle to get delivered. So shows it'll be here tomorrow. But was it the pigs that broke the tripod, or what? What knocked it over? Something knocked it over.
That bad windstorm.
Okay.
But the goats knocked it over most recently.
Yeah.
Because it was hanging on by a thread, and then Ginger and Pearl decided to.
It was in pretty rough shape.
Get wild. Where are you at?
I don't know. I'm just skimming.
Trying
to hit the high point.
Vera said hi, and Kyle said hi from the Philippines.
Okay, I don't know where you're at.
I don't either. I'm just skimming.
Samantha said hi. Eric said you girls did great.
And if we miss y'all, I'm sorry. We're trying to catch up.
Yeah, because we got busy telling the story and got way behind.
Yeah.
Let's see. Everybody's talking about how great they did.
Yeah.
Kay said that she laughed at Abby climbing the tree. Yeah, she was getting out of there.
Well, and the funniest part was that, I mean, she just kept going, and we had to tell her to stop, come on down, because she'd have been all the way, halfway up it.
And somebody else, Michael, asked if they had fun. Yes, they've been talking about how much fun they've been having doing it. So,
oh, Mom's in here too.
Yeah, I saw that.
Hey, Mom.
I just saw it at the bottom of the screen, so we're close to the same spot.
Okay. They were exhausted.
Lynn, that's all right that you're late. Like I said, we're not going to be on here too much longer, but you have to go catch the replay if you want to hear about the scramble fiasco and all their 4-H mess.
Mm-hmm. Living Life Loving said hog fits ensue because feed is often withheld.
Oh yeah, no, I fed them good. I mean, I gave them more than I normally do because I let them eat till they laid down and were sleeping with still food in the pan because I was like, I want to be good and calm.
Well, the one who kept picking fights had been fed too, because that was one.
There's two.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't just that one.
But
that one had been fed, but I think she might have been in heat or something.
Yeah, I think that's what they said. Thought. But yeah, she just kept.
She's as sweet as could be without, but yeah,
with other pigs. Ooh. Everybody say good night.
Yep.
Oh, Simply Jan is here.
Oh, Lisa asked how pig shaving went. Actually, we didn't have to.
Thank goodness.
They said that it varies by judge, and I guess this judge did not like them shaved, or everybody just decided not to, but we were prepared because we talked to the people I knew 4-H says, like, we're not planning to shave ours, but if something changes, we've got all the stuff, we'll help you, and we'll just day of. And so evidently it didn't matter because nobody there might have been one person that shaved their pig, the little one.
Oh.
There's one that came in like way smaller than all the others, but so I think he looked shaved, but it could have been that
it's hard to tell too. Because
I think I saw them with a pair of clippers. I never saw him cut it, but his hair looked cut after that, and I saw him with clippers. So I'm assuming they shaved him.
Because when that one is at the bathing area, that's when all the screaming and
so I'm wondering if they shaved
like
him.
15 people gathered around because I guess he was part of FFA or something. And so FFA and 4-H. So all of those kids that were there to help, they ran over there and they were watching him. And because I guess they thought it was funny.
Yeah, his pig was kind of rambunctious.
Apparently they'd given him baths before, but he screamed she screamed every single time. And it was like, oh.
And then the other thing, were we able to get them cleaned the night before? Yes, we got them all scrubbed down. Like I said, their skin, they had a little bit of scaly skin from whenever they got sunburnt previously, where it's dried out. But we used handmade pumice goat milk soap, a bar, and I just scrubbed them down with it, and they looked good after we put some conditioner on them. And did Abby sell her pig? No, she still has it.
Yeah, both girls are keeping them for now, for sure.
Yeah, that could change, but they're planning on it for now.
And they do get to keep their pigs since I showed them.
Yes.
Let's see. Have we tried making gluten-free pie crust? I make ours gluten-free every year for Thanksgiving.
I don't know where you're at.
It's toward the bottom.
Okay, I'm just not there yet.
Okay.
You can just keep up with that, and then we'll just
Okay.
kind of do like Brandon Stephanie,
Yeah.
jump back and forth.
Are they going to show pigs next year, or we don't know, but they're kind of interested in possibly cows or something.
Yeah, so we'll just have to.
We're not doing 4-H poultry chain next year, though.
No, if they show any chickens, it'll be some that we raise ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Good night, Aunt Tony.
And the main reason for that is two things.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually just the commercial breed type that we don't really have
Yeah.
a care for here. And then secondly, this year, most people lost most of theirs, so they weren't that healthy of birds.
No.
And if you show them, you have to give back some
Yeah.
at the end, even if you lost half of them after you paid for them on the front
Yeah.
end. So you pay for them, pay for all the feed to raise them, and then you have to donate part of them back.
Yeah. Which is supposed to be a fifth of them. Correct?
I don't have a clue.
Because
I mean, yeah, that's what it worked out.
It would have just been a fifth of them, which doesn't sound that bad. But when you got 15,
well, it would have been a sixth, but they messed up, so it turned out being
Yeah.
a fifth.
yeah.
And so after we lost everything, it turned out being half.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just like where if you order your chickens from other places, you get a guarantee on them.
Maybe. What that is.
Up to an extent.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just, I don't know.
Yeah. It was wild.
But like I said, the main thing is because it's just like a commercial, like Highline Brown. I mean, we have no use to that because we have some barnyard mixed stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
we like stuff a little more hardy. And then we've got the purebred breasts, and then we've got some Rhode Island Reds left, and then Easter egg, no Americanas.
Yep, they're in chicken tractors, so they're safe.
Yes.
Let's see.
Edward said you need to tell Abby snakes climb trees too. Yeah.
I think you might have actually said that at one point after.
Oh yeah, yes.
Kay asked.
No, I did because she kept calling me. Yeah.
Kay asked who's gluten sensitive. That would be me.
Yep.
Severely.
Jacob, I know the Eddies are. They're working on a project. I talked to them earlier, and then actually talked to Cassie earlier today. I don't know what but they've got school and stuff tomorrow.
They've got a lot going on too. Michael asked how I keep it from falling apart. Okay, so
how what?
You can keep gluten-free pie crust from falling apart. Sometimes I can and sometimes I can't. I try to find the best recipe I can, but usually they say and it's worked, I think, one time for me, to roll it out on a piece of like parchment paper and then like put your pie plate over and then kind of flip it gently. I've still had them tear with that, and then I just kind of press them in. A lot of times I don't even try to do that now just because it's for us, and I just press it into I try to get as much of it as I can, or I try to roll it on the rolling pin and then unroll it into the pie plate. But usually it's just me pressing it into the pan because everything falls apart that's gluten-free, it seems like.
Yeah. Living Life Flowing said it'd be cool to include attending other fairs and shows as part of your family travels. My cowboy and I drive for miles to attend ag shows and rodeos. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've not been to any other.
No.
I mean, I've been to the state fair a time or two, or when I've had to work it, but not generally.
No. Okay, so what's the symptoms of gluten allergies? I don't have a gluten allergy. Mine is just a severe intolerance. And with mine, it is severe digestive problems for about 7 to 10 days.
Depending on how bad it is.
Depending on how bad it is. How much exposure and just probably the extent of, what it was that I got exposed to.
Yes.
Because any kind of cross-contamination or anything like that will definitely show. But I mean, that's the main thing. I'll feel really nauseated, and then I'll have a lot of issues with my stomach.
And Jacob asked, "Girls got ribbons?" Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, Izzy's, they ran out of the second place ribbons, so we got to figure out about that. But
Mm-hmm.
then, they do have the ribbons from their chickens, and then Abby got hers from her pigs.
Yeah.
Or pig.
Mm-hmm. Kathy said they should not have to give back any when you paid for them.
Yeah, that's just part of it.
Yeah.
Aunt Tony, good night.
I told her to.
Okay.
Living life, loving.
I see why they repeat each other, because if you're reading from two different places, like that, I can't keep up.
Yeah. Aloe's good for sunburned pigs. Yes. We put sunscreen on them, and then we were going to put aloe on them, but then they coated themselves up in mud and stayed under the shade after that. So
yeah, I put up because we'd moved them, and where they were before, they would stay in the hut. After I moved them, they got where they liked laying outside, and so one afternoon is all it took.
Yeah,
and so we put up a big shade cloth, and they were better after that.
Yeah. So
Lynn, she's gonna get her ribbons. They just didn't have them. They had to order more. But they said they are going to. I mean, she will still get her ribbons. It's just she doesn't have them in hand.
Yeah, and once we explained it to her, she was okay with that.
Well, I also talked to Abby, because since Abby had multiple, she's going to let her borrow her second place ribbon until hers comes in.
That's sweet.
Because she has her chicken one, which was third place, and then she has a purple one for grand champion, and then reserve grand for overall. So
yeah. Let's see, Lori, 4-H. Yes, 4-H is a great program. It's really great when you have a really good group and some guidance.
yes,
I'll put it that way, because I mean, we really love the group we're in with now, because they are also helpful. A lot of them have shown for a while, and will give pointers. We didn't necessarily get that before, and we needed that. Now, like the showing stuff, I mean, you can watch videos on YouTube and that kind of thing on how to do it. So they had the basic idea down, and they did really well. And I mean, watching them up next to the kids who've been showing a while, I mean, they looked calm and relaxed. And I mean, for the most part, other than like where to stand in relation to their pig and the judge, I mean, that was basically the only thing they really didn't know about doing with their pigs.
Yeah.
So I really felt good about that. I mean,
yeah, because I actually, like, some of the parents that are in the 4-H group right now are close to the same age. They're a little bit younger than me, and whenever I was in 4-H showing, they were showing too then. So
there's gluten-free binders you can use to hold your pie crust together. I have to check into that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, the main thing was they had fun, and we've had a big talk all week about, win or lose, it's not a big deal. This is our first year showing, we're just happy we get to do this, and this is our learning year, and we are not going to be that competitive to where, it's a great heartache when you don't win something. Got to be happy for those who do.
Yes.
Because I mean, they're showing with their friends. And it's their first year, and some of these kids have been doing it since they could barely walk. So I mean, these kids have grown up in the barns.
Yeah. Yeah, Trisha, we are live. We weren't planning to, but then things worked out today. We're able to make it happen, but we're not going to be on here for very long. So.
And the girls decided they wanted to talk about their showing experiences. So,
yeah.
Good night, Vicki.
Do you want to tell about the parade?
Okay. So, yeah, Monday night, I should have started there. Monday night was the fair parade. And so we all had to meet up, and ours, they didn't have a lot of decoration because everybody was busy with everything else. One of our leaders is one of the main people on the fair board who does like she and her mom do basically everything.
Yes.
So she's been scattered here and there and everywhere, and having to take care of issues, literally put out fires, because they actually had some they had some shavings that caught on fire and they were worried that it was
By
going
a power pole.
Yeah, beside a power pole. So they were worried. But we had a trailer, we had straw, had blankets. They put together some signs, and the kids all had candy, and they were like, hey, we may not have a lot of decorations, wave, be cute, all this. They came in second, but all the kids, we told them, he didn't ride, he was doing video and stuff. And we told all of us moms who were on there, we're like, okay, don't throw out too many pieces of candy. If you see kids, there's a lot of kids on this route, because they started out like chunking handfuls. And I was like, let's do one per kid that you see. If you get an extra one or two, that's fine, but don't throw out like a whole massive handful. Just
you need to tell the backstory first, though. The girls, since they were on the float, they're like, but we're not going to be able to pick up candy.
Oh,
so they had talked my mom into like trying to get people to throw candy to her to pick it up for them. And so they were kind of already not happy that they weren't going to get to pick up candy, but they wanted to be on the float too. So it was a toss up. So they convinced my mom to pick up candy for them if people threw it. And so we were kind of at the end of where it was at.
But apparently she was waving at everybody, and they were throwing candy.
Everybody knows my mom. And
yes.
Everybody loves my mom. And so, there was people that, she got quite a bit of candy for them. And we were the only ones around. It wasn't like there was kids they were throwing it to. They were throwing it to her.
But so they had 5-pound bags of candy?
Yes, each one of them.
Okay, 5-pound bags of candy. We made sure we didn't get chocolate, because you never know what the temp's going to be. We didn't want it to melt on the concrete. So it was like suckers and bubble gum and stuff like that. And Abby, she ran out of candy. Probably 2/3 through the route. Most of the other kids did too. I knew Izzy had a little bit left. So I was like, Izzy, just start throwing a little bit more, because there's more kids. And she's like, okay. So she'd throw more. Abby saved one handful to chunk out for Momo. So that, stuff that she wanted, which, I couldn't help but laugh. Well, then we get almost to the end, and Izzy's like, hey, Mommy, look. She opens up her bag. It was in a Walmart sack, so I couldn't really see it. She'd been sitting across the trailer from me, too. She came over, sat beside me, and she had 1/3 of a bag of candy left. I was like, what are you doing? Why didn't you throw this out? And she's like, because I wanted to save it. And so I was showing the other ones that were there, and she started handing out candy to all her friends. And then they got there, and she stuck it in the car, and then she was passing out more candy. But then we got to take home about 1/4 of a bag of candy. And that was.
But it was funny, because she wanted to make sure she had candy, and she's like, well, Mommy told me to throw out one piece. It's like she said 1 piece per kid. So I'm just picturing, okay, a group of 10 kids, she's throwing out one sucker from Doggo Fido.
She was doing that. And then I was like, Izzy, baby, 1 per kid. I was like, so throw out a little bit more. And she threw out 3 or 4. And I was like, whatever, it's fine. But yeah, I had no idea, because she was still throwing out candy. So I thought, she was throwing out decent. And I had people that I knew that were like, Kimberly! A couple of my kids that are my patients and stuff were hollering at me. So, I'd turn and look and wave. And so I wasn't seeing that she wasn't throwing much out at all. But that was just a really, really interesting thing.
Yeah, the stuff she thinks of. She's always planning.
So we put it in a candy bowl, and she was a little disappointed though, because we put it up out of reach, because we don't like them to just go in free range on candy. So
usually the candy goes bad before it's all.
Yeah. Thankfully these are suckers and stuff that aren't gonna go bad like that. But we're like, during the day they'll be like, can I have some candy? I'm like, no, you got to eat breakfast, or you got to eat lunch. And this week we've been mostly gone, so it's not like
they haven't had hardly anything.
No, they had a piece yesterday when we went back down there.
I gave them a sucker the other day whenever we were driving down there too.
Yeah. So they've had probably 4 or 5 pieces a piece, but that candy bowl is still pretty packed.
Because I forgot when we were going to do something, I don't remember what it was, but I didn't even think, because they both got blue suckers. I'm like, oh, you don't need blue mouths for one of to do whatever we were doing. I don't remember if it was for the scramble or for what it was, but
scramble, I think.
Might have been.
Let's see. Patsy is going to bed. Good night, Patsy. And Dean said, gonna let it play, but he's going to sleep. That plan worked. Grandma will do it. Yep.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and she will. She loves those girls, and she'll do anything for those girls.
Yes.
Partners in crime sometimes.
Mhm. Definitely.
Gail said, sorry, they have more candy coming their way. That's fine.
Not to disappoint, but they won't be there.
Yeah, they will not be there. They're staying with Grandma, taking
Yes.
care of the animals.
Well, Grandma's actually
And
staying here.
well,
with them.
yeah, Grandma's staying with them. But they're kind of excited that they get a chill weekend because
Yes. They're wore out, and then plus, whenever they found out that it was presentations all day, they didn't want to sit through that.
No, they yeah, because we still gotta go up there for a little bit tomorrow, but then they're done and don't have to go back because their pigs get to pick up their pigs tomorrow and everything. And so yeah, it's awesome.
Yes. Yeah, pick up their pigs, clean up their stalls.
Yeah, they get to scoop out all the shavings out of their stalls, so that'll be fun. But they have a cart; they don't have to put it in bags or anything, so that was good.
I think it's pretty much been our week. It's
just up there doing stuff, and then some of the time we just went in early to help because they were a little short staffed on volunteers and stuff, and they were thinking they were going to have to cut some stuff, some of the food and stuff they were going to do, and they didn't have enough. Oh, did you pick up our Instant Pot?
Was I supposed to?
And I didn't think about it, so I was just wondering if you remember tonight because I didn't think about it. I'll talk to her tomorrow too. See if she'll just take it home and I'll get it from her. But yeah, we wound up going and picking up some stuff. We had extra muffin pans at the daycare and an extra Instant Pot at the daycare. So they needed that today because they were doing beans and cornbread, and they decided to do cornbread muffins because that way you don't have to cut the squares and try to dish it out, and they could just put a piece of cornbread on the plate.
And go.
Yeah. So that was awesome.
The pigs, I guess you're asking how much the pigs weigh now. Lily was 168 and Lulu was 223, which Lily is quite a bit shorter than what Lulu is. But that's what Izzy picked out whenever she wanted a smaller pig, which she
liked her coloring.
Yeah, and it kind of hurt her in the show. So if she does next year, she wants a longer pig, and she's also talked that if she shows next year, she may just want to show one of Betty's. If Betty has a piglet the right age at that time,
which they'd be all muscly too. That would be
Well, I told them if we put them up like that and fed them like that show feed, that they would gain like that too, similar. But so if they show pigs, it may be our pigs instead of buying 4-H pigs.
Yeah, which is fine because I mean this way we get to actually be more selective of which one too. So I think that's good.
But I think if we do, we'll probably do gilt, because by doing gilt, you get to show twice.
Yeah. And Izzy's really talking about wanting to show a cow. Abby, she's like, maybe I will, maybe not, which I told her she didn't have to, but so we'll see. And I mean, we got a year, so although about what Izzy came home and did. We walked through the what's it called? Exhibit hall. And they had all the different booths set up and everything. But today was the first day we've had a chance to even go look. And they had all the different categories. They had all the canned goods, the produce, baked goods, cut flowers,
photography,
art, photography. And then they had like sewing projects. And then they had one that was specifically for like crocheted and then quilted stuff. Izzy has been kind of playing with crochet a little bit. I have never crocheted, but her Momo does. She knows how, and she was able to kind of get her started on it. Well, she looked at that stuff today and she went, I'm going to crochet a blanket and I'm going to put it in the fair next year. I was like, okay. She came home and right away started on that blanket. Put on YouTube videos of people crocheting blankets.
Yes.
And it was telling how many stitches and everything. So
yeah, she's in there crocheting away.
Yeah,
she's in there for I don't know, a good hour or so.
I don't know
Anyhow,
how many she got, but she was already, I mean, she was about that far out.
there's no telling.
Yeah, I mean, she worked on it for a long time, for several hours.
Yep.
Let's see. And then she kind of looked was talking about being interested in drawing something too, because she loves to draw also.
Yes.
And she's pretty good.
Um,
Abby likes projects, so she'll probably want to do a 4-H project, some sort of project next year or something. Hello, Maxine.
Trisha said that they've been dealing with wildfires.
Oh,
and handing out care packages.
That's terrible. Hey, Pam. We're about to wind down. We were talking about the girls at the fair. They both won some ribbons and
the animal scrambles.
Yeah.
You'll just have to go back and watch because the story probably wouldn't be as good to tell.
Yeah.
But it's a long, not too long of a story, but it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
About Abby.
Lynn, yes, we're both very, very tired.
Edward said they quit throwing candy because the kids getting hurt right out in front. Yeah, the way this is set up, it's on the, like there's sidewalks through most of it, and whenever they throw it, it's off the roadway, and because they get down, it's a highway with in each direction in a turn lane. They drive down the turn lane and throw it out to the sidewalks, and so parents and stuff around so far, knock on wood, we've never had anything here. The next town over, they did have a kid get hurt last year. They got ran over somehow. I think it broke his leg, but other than that,
yeah,
I mean, it could have been a lot worse.
And Izzy's smart. Yeah, she definitely can do whatever she sets her mind to, because she's determined like that.
Lynn's working on 2 blankets right now.
Ed said she can draw him a t-shirt design.
Yeah. Oh, they didn't show him.
Oh, yeah. We'll have to do that next time. They got too tired.
Yeah, Ed, they were going to show you what they picked out with the money you'd sent, but they went to bed before they made it that far.
Yeah.
So we'll have to catch it next time.
Yeah. They're pretty proud of it, though.
Yes.
Bet everyone will sleep in tomorrow.
I mean, later than what we have been, because we've been getting up at 5 something. Yeah. So tomorrow it'll probably be like 6:30.
Yeah.
So it'll still be better.
We still got some things to take care of and all that.
Well, plus we have to go down and take care of the animals first thing.
Yeah. Let's see. Did you name the emu yet? No, because we haven't actually been able to focus on anything except fair this week.
Yes.
That's the problem. But since life is about to slow back down a little bit, then that'll be coming up soon. How's Blizzard doing? He's doing great. Kathy said if Izzy's crocheting, she should learn embroidery and knitting and overall sewing. She has kind of been working a little bit on sewing for the past 2 to 3 years now. I mean, she was a little bitty when she first started, and Abby had a little interest, but not quite as much as Izzy. She'd rather go do outside stuff.
Yes.
And
yeah, Izzy's the big crafter of the bunch.
Yeah. And she actually was kind of looking at some embroidery stuff at Walmart the other day. I told her we'd work on that little by little, not add in too much at once.
Yeah.
Stitching it up, capturing country life. Said, hey from Texas.
Hey there.
And there's Candy.
Candy, we're going to get your shirt sent out It'll probably be Monday, just to be honest,
Mhm.
because with
Yeah.
it being fair week,
It's been wild.
it's been crazy. We've just not had time.
And they actually showed their pigs today.
Yes.
We talked about it just a little bit ago, but they did really well.
Yes.
That's why we got on the live tonight, is because they wanted to talk about the fair.
Yep.
Because I couldn't wait to. That's the first thing Izzy told me whenever we got done. She got done showing, and she's like, "I got to tell everybody on the live." Tim said he's getting up early and heading to OKC.
You're gonna be there super early.
Yeah.
Since the thing's not till Sunday.
Mm-hmm. You about ready to wrap it up?
Yeah, we still gotta get stuff ready for them to do one more thing tomorrow.
Gotta go iron some clothes.
Iron some clothes, and then something else. I need to fix up that feed that we're taking to.
Yeah. But
yeah,
yep.
I think we're gonna call it a night. Like I said, try to keep everybody that's in the path of the storms in your prayers,
yes,
that all that will be calm, and anybody else that needs them. And like I said, we've got one more day of the fair, and that'll be wrapped up, and then life can return back to normal.
Yeah.
But we appreciate you joining us, and we'll catch you next time.
Good night.
Bye.